Alrighty, another episode on the Impala. Today we are working on rust restoration. Why? Because I pulled the interior out of this car during business hours, so there's customers around. I couldn't exactly record. HIPAA, if you know, you know if you're in the medical field. Anyway, so I pulled everything out of the interior of this car, and I found some rust that had been forming right underneath my nose, literally, since the car has been kind of down for quite some time. But so we're going to get into that. I pulled the dash out of it, all the little bits and pieces, and we're going to go through that, get those cleaned up, get them painted, make them look absolutely phenomenal again, just while I'm here. And those will get you in trouble. So that's what's to be expect in today's episode, is some cutting, some grinding, some welding, some polishing, and some cleaning. Let's see if we can make her look good, better. Let's fix the rust. Welcome back to Treerow Rescue. Replace this floor pan, and I'm going to do that the cheapest way possible. I already have some sheet metal here that you kind of saw me replace the trunk floor with. Let's just get on to it. This is the main harness from front to rear. I got to get rid of this underlayment because it kind of stinks. It's something I've been meaning to do for a while, so it's going to go away as well. By the way, this is where a lot of your rust comes from, because the rodents get in here, pee on the carpet, the pee soaks through, gets down there on this underlayment, and bam, just starts rusting it away. Oh look, I need that. So you get an old rig, you're wanting to bring it around, you got to pull this stuff out. So I'm going to get to, well, I'll just give you a visualization here. Yep. That. All right, so here's kind of what we're looking at. This side isn't so bad. I just kind of sprayed some of that rust fixer on there, and it turned black, and it's kind of doing its job. This floor pan is pretty solid. That one over there, where you can obviously see some holes, a big old hole right there, all the way through where the seat mounts, right there, and up there, lots of holes. All right, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm trying something. You know, some might call me dumb for this, but I do have a piece of roofing tin. It's steel. It's about the same gauge as sheet metal. I want to try to shape it. What I've done is I cut a piece out, and then I put it on the concrete floor and hit it with a dead blow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to conform this piece slowly to this floor pan here. Get my shape. You know, making it from scratch, it's cheaper than buying it new. And a lot of people probably already have a piece of sheet metal lying around. And I'll screw it down as I go so it'll hold its form. And yes, I will cut the floorboard out, but I just want to make a really good solid fit. Mark out what it is that I'm going to cut out. That way I can have a nice solid floor again. And it's got ribs on it, so it's already going to have structural integrity. I'm just guessing that this is going to work. I hope so. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a measurement. Instead of trying to beat this into submission, I just wanted to try and see if it's going to be something that I can do. Not with that metal. If I had something thinner, probably. I'm going to take a measurement. Basically from here, which is just in front of my seat bolts, to here, which just past all of the rust, to this seal here, straight across to there, and this whole line. All of that will go away. Oh, that's scary. All right, let's go. No turning back now. Peace out. As you can see, let's see how we did. Process, and we're going to learn it the cheap way. Is it going to take some more work? Chad, you betcha. But I could save a few $100s by doing this. What's wrong with it? Ball peen hammer. Gonna beat and bang. Might get a little loud. Sorry, headphone users. Excuse you. Little screw there. That's some real steel right there. Okay, need another screw. I need another screw. Now seam seal it and go underneath and cut all the excess off of these screws. All right, I'm getting loud again. Now I left myself about 1 inch of overlap, guessing that's what I'll need. I've never done it like this before. Just grab some panels and pick some up and cut out what I need to cut out with the template and weld in the new stuff. So, I'm trying this. Is it worth the extra work? Maybe. Depends on how small or large of a budget you got. As it's sitting right now, money's a little tight. Have you seen the price of things? So yeah, I want to put in the work and the effort to do this. How bad does it look underneath? You can always fix the underneath. Not too shabby. I'll throw another piece under there just because. Because that's a lot more square. And I'll just length and width, cut a piece of this out, put it right on the bottom. Not a problem. Good deal. All right. I'm going to grind away and then start tacking this in. I'll bring you back when I'm done. Well, I'm not even going to do that. Why? Have this. Which this can be just a couple of pieces here. Yeah, that's just a couple of small pieces. Might actually already have one cut. Dang nabbit. Dang it, Bobby. Perfection. That's going through structure, so that's awesome. Is it ugly? Yep. Will it be? Every time I go to talk, you come on. I don't know what's there, but I don't like it. A brace. That's what's there. Why don't you take what you want from me? Take what you need from me. Take what you want and go. Just exposed a little more. Yep, gotta take care of that. Okay. Well, that was easy enough to take out. I ended up with a phone call, and after the phone call, I just went ham with the wire wheel, cheek poker, the needler, if you're a Halo fan. Now I got my welder set. Really slow wire speed, kind of low voltage, because this is all thin sheet metal. And this should go on relatively easy. Oh yeah. We ain't got to worry about it being super nice. But what you want to do, one thing I do know that you want to do, is you want to go from your factory floor up to your patch. Especially in the 60s. That's much better metal. Now come over here. Tack that in place. Now mind you, you never want to weld on a vehicle with the battery hooked up. In case you didn't know. You can absolutely fry the electrical components. Just so you know. But yeah, I'm going to tack all of this around, and I'm going to start laying down some seam seal. So I'll bring you back after the seam seal. Well, there we go. We now have a floor back in the Impala that is solid. Seam seal is in. We're tacked in place all the way, multiple spots around. And now don't forget, you got to do the bottom side too. Well, so once I get this car back up in the air, I'll also throw some metal on the bottom side and seam seal it down there too, just for added protection. And I'm back. Last night before I left, sprayed some rust fix. It's rust converter, kind of eats the chemical compound that creates rust. Just kind of stops it from growing. It doesn't eliminate the rust, but it stops it from growing for a while. Now, I am going to spritz some barrier on here, kind of like a primer. I was kind of vacuuming up this morning. I gotta vacuum some more. Maybe I can just drag it across and go right through the hole. I'll spray this on to protect everything that we did. And then some, if I could get it open. There we go. Shake it up real good. Time to paint a floor. I'm really excited that I did this. I'm super happy that I saw it, found it. Now I'm able to save it. The seam seal dried really good, leveled itself out for the most part. And I think it's going to protect it for many years to come. Man, I gotta vacuum some more. Give me a second. Use a funnel if you've lost all your attachments because you had the dang thing for so long. And I know there's going to be folks out there saying, well, just go out and buy the right attachments. There's a tool for that. If I ain't got to spend money, I ain't doing it. Okay? Straight up. All of my builds are on a budget. I do all the work myself, so I ain't got to pay nobody else, and hopefully I ain't got to spend a lot of money. Okay? So, no, I'm not going to go buy the attachments. I have funnels. Anyway, is this the brown? No, it's the black. Sweet. Now we're just going to spray paint our floor. It just needs a thin coat. It doesn't need anything crazy. It's going to get very, very fumey in here. I mean, you have to get a fan. That's going to do just fine. I'm also going to end up rhino lining this in here, so I'm not too concerned with being so precise with this paint. I just want a barrier. Just a barrier. Where I cut the shifter in the last video. Spray around that so that doesn't rust. Get up in there. Even the spots that you ain't gonna see. Get up there, protect it. Anyway, what are you guys thinking about this this build so far? This restoration slash build slash, oh, while I'm here, because that's how I ended up here, is that while you're here, go ahead and do this. What do you think about it? I'm loving it. This is like, this car is my halo car, I call it, because it's the beginning of all things that you're seeing today. And it's not somebody else's car. I do a lot of work for people that can't afford to pay somebody and don't have the skill base. And that's where a lot of my content come from. I don't charge them. Just ask them to donate to the channel if they can. And I do a lot of repair work for them. Get their old car running. It might be sentimental to them. Whatever the case is. You know, like that C20 that I did. That was Earl's grandpa's car. And he asked if I could get it going for him, and I go, absolutely. And I did. But this car, this is my car. Mine and my wife's car. I can experiment with it. Do things that I don't normally do or know how to do. I.e. turbocharging. And this was actually one of the first times that I built a floor myself versus getting a skin or something like that and welding it in. This is my first time building one. It's my car. If I screw it up, that's okay. It's not somebody else's baby that I just ruined. Listen, experience is expensive. So if I get it right, I'm going to share it. Yeah, that actually went a lot better than I was expecting. It looks normal almost. But I mean, I've never made my own floor pan before. You know, you order one from online, cut out a little, you get a little template, you cut out the template, put your new one in, bada bing, bada boom, you're done. But I mean, I think it turned out great, especially after I painted it and covered up a lot of mistakes. It's fine, nobody will see it anyway. Well, come here, get in here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Here we go. I even got some underlayment. Let's get that out of the way. Knocked over a light. But anyway, from up here, it matches that over there just about it. Oh, and while I was here, you know, I started taking the dash apart. You'll see that in another episode. I even forgot to take pictures of what the dash looked like, but I do have pictures from like a year or so ago. But anyway, there's the floor, there's the cutout for the shifter in the last video. That's nice and solid, and it's painted, and it's rust proof. I think it's going to be just fine. So anyway, that's basically going to do it for this episode. I really appreciate you guys watching. Tune in to the next one, because you know we're going to be working on the dash, or we're going to be back on the hot side. We're having to wait for something for the hot side, so that's why that video hasn't came out yet. But anywho, it will be coming out, and you'll see all the progress that we've made. It's going to be amazing. Again, greatly appreciate you watching. Tune in next week for the next episode, and we'll see you there. Have a great day. See ya.